Good afternoon and hopefully welcome to Rebels Radio here today on Saturday the 20th of September. Hopefully you can hear us today because obviously last week we had some technical difficulties. So we are hoping that we have got you all sorted today. Apologies for last week if we ruined your afternoon. I am Adrian. I'm joined today by Mick. Mick, how are you today?
Tearing what bit of hair I've got left out. That's not been a good start trying to set this thing up, but I think we finally managed it, and I think we have contact with the outside world. Slough playing from left to right in the usual yellow and blue home kit. Bideford in all red. It's 0-0. We played about 4 minutes, 2 minutes, played about 2 minutes. I have set the watch going, but it was a little bit behind.
Well, it's about a minute. We're not that bad.
Not bad.
We've only missed a minute, so you haven't missed much. And we'll go through the teams for you in a second. Just at the moment, Bideford are on the attack, and it's number 9, Matt Wright, just fouled by Guy Hollis. He's about 20 yards outside of the Slough penalty area. They're just lining up. Quite a foggy, misty day today, Mick.
Yeah, it's fairly warm, but thank goodness, in a way, thank goodness we've got no sun, because at least it doesn't shine into the box and we can actually see what's going on. I'm hoping for a better performance than last week. They were fairly pathetic last week, and it's unusual we're now kicking towards the open end as opposed to doing that in the we're kicking towards the covered end by the burger bar, which is unusual. We normally kick the other way, so Bideford obviously come with a plan today.
Yep, and that free kick came to nothing there, just booted straight out. So it's going to be Jake Somerville in all blue today. So another change of kit for Jake, with those bright yellow boots are still there. So he's going to be taking a long kick out. And we'll go through the teams for you in a second. Just wait to see what happens with this. Ball goes to Scott Harris, headed down to Dobson on the left wing. He's looking up for Ryan Parsons back in the team after missing last Saturday. Back to Dobson. Ball whipped in. And Scott Harris is judged offside. Mick, do you want to go through the home side for us?
I will indeed. Jake in goal, Tom Moran, Ryan Parsons, Guy Hollis, Rhys York, George Short, Johnny Dyer, Jamie McClurg as captain, Scott Harris, Jake Parsons and Jamie Dobson at number 11. Substitutes Sean Fraser, Adrian Sear, George Frith, Adam Connell and Darryl Thomas. We have no sub-goalkeeper, even though Matty Bonnet warmed up beforehand.
Yep, and the Bideford team is in goal is Lloyd Irish, 2 Ian Sampson, 3 is Nick Barker, 4 Sean Downing, 5 Matt Villis, 6 is Danny Harrison, 7 is Richard Groves who's captain, Danny Ring wears 8, Matt Wright is 9, 10 is Nick Milton, 11 Ben Wood, and subs for Bideford are 12 Craig Veal, 14 Niall Thompson, 15 Kevin Squire, 16 Nick Rudge and 17 Stephen Reid.
And Slough have a free kick on the edge of their own penalty area there, and Jake will settle the ball down in his lovely luminous lime green boots. I think they are, aren't they? Fairly hideous. And he takes a free kick into
long high towards Johnny Dyer, and that's won by Bideford, and the ball's come out and Tom Moran's going to let that run for a throw into Slough
just on the halfway line. Tom Moran with it. Can't see because there's 2 people stood in front of me. Fairly long throw down this right hand side. Cleared by Nick Barker for Bideford into the centre circle. Picked up by Slough, picked up by Ryan Parsons. Hoofs it forward. Bit of not head tennis, but a bit of tennis there. Jamie Dobson cutting inside now. Pushing the ball through.
And straight through to the goalkeeper.
Yeah, took a little deflection there. It was a good move. And Jake Parsons was trying to get in the box there, and I think if he hadn't taken the deflection he might have got to that. Certainly no offside there, but it went through the keeper and it's gone out on the far side just in front of the dugouts for a throw into Bideford. Long down the touchline on the far side, headed forward, missed by everybody and then cleared back into the centre circle. George Short pushed it out to this right hand side. It's going to be a chase.
Tom Moran, great tackle there, and he's run with the ball. But poor cross back in there, and it's picked up by the right back for Bideford, who's hence lost it to James Dobson.
It's a slightly brighter start than last week. There seemed to be no enthusiasm last week from the bits we could see when we were trying to organise the broadcast. But there was certainly a total. It was almost apathy last week, I thought, as though they didn't really care about the FA Cup. With £3,000 at stake, I think I'd have been trying harder. Certainly a better start, and it's a goal kick now to Bideford in front of the covered stand on the burger ban.
If you are listening on and you're a MyFC member on the match day chat, please let us know that you can hear us, just so we know that we're actually broadcasting. As 11 there for Bideford. Ben Wood takes on a couple of players and just overruns the ball, and Jake Somerville comes out and claims that and aims long and high for Johnny Dyer. Scott Harris here holding the ball, and he's not. Oh, McClurg almost ran through on that one. But Bideford come out with the ball, and it's back to Ben Wood on the left-hand side, but poor touch by him. Gives the ball to Tom Moran, to Jake Parsons on the right here. Back to Moran. George Short gets the ball down the line, but that's an easy clearance there for Bideford, and out for a throw in front of us.
I think once Tom Moran gets the ball back, somebody's going to come down and help him get the ball. We've got a throw in just in front of the commentary box. Brighter start from Slough today, much brighter start.
Think it'll make a difference, Mick, aiming for this different direction for the half? Normally they do shoot the other way.
I think it's sort of superstition, isn't it, that teams like to play towards the home support in the second half. But I don't know, maybe it spur them on. I can't see too many Bideford fans here. It is quite a long
apparently
trip.
They shared the coach down with the players today, so there's about 25-30 of them.
No, that's not so bad then. Oh yeah, I can see one or two red shirts on the far side.
Yeah, but they seem to be on the far side by the away dugout.
Yeah.
Tom Moran's got the ball. Aims a long ball through to James Dobson. Is it over the head of the right back?
Neatly chested down by Sampson there, and the keeper, Lloyd Irish, anticipated that, came out and collected it well. But good start from Slough. James Dobson's looking quite sharp as well today.
Reece York with the header. That's and he's going to hit another header again. No one's challenged him. But big gap between the midfield of Slough and the strikers there. And Bideford picking the ball up. It's with Ian Sampson right back. And he boots the ball forwards, but well cut out by Ryan Parsons.
Yet another ball over the fence. So we'll wait for another ball to arrive. Somewhere there should be another ball. Oh, Bakes has just realised that the ball's gone out the ground. He's finally pushed one down. Throw in.
He could do with the energy and go and get the ball himself
yeah,
there, but we'll say no more of that. So it's still 0-0 here, and we're 10 minutes into the game. Bideford with the ball. It's gone out to the right back. Sampson beats a couple of players, gives it to Wright, gets it back. Ball goes to the captain Groves, and he's given that to number 10 Nick Milton, who's playing a kind of deep lying holding role. Back into Wright at number 9, and the ball's poorly passed there, and Guy Hollis lets it run out for a Slough goal kick.
Yes, that was not a particularly great ball there. No trouble for the defence. They just watched it go out. So it's a goal kick to Slough on the far side, away to our left. Jake to take it. Everybody bunched round about the centre circle as the ball comes out down the far side, out of play behind the home dugout. So a throw into Bideford. Poor goal kick from Jake there. Yeah,
Mr. Porter's messaged me and said that they can hear us, unfortunately, but he said you were boring, Mick. I don't know what he was on about.
It's only because you can't understand the proper accent.
I can't understand it. You should need some subtitles for you. Not missing much. Bideford clear the ball out. Jake Parsons running in, but that's cleared us in the stand here, and it's out for another throw in for Slough down on the right hand side. Looks like Jake Parsons back in after missing the FA Cup game last week. He'll be back in. Tom Moran's going to take the throw.
Just in front of us.
Aim to Johnny Dyer, but well cleared away by Nick Milton there. So still 0-0 here. Not much going on in the goalmouth. And we were in the pleasure of having Reece York's grandparents actually here today. So normally they listen to us online, apart from last week where obviously you can only get 20 minutes. So Nana Lynn and Grandad Bob are here in person today with their pet dog. I don't know what the pet dog's name is.
No, I don't. I haven't even seen the pet dog.
Sitting on the chair.
Where?
Right in front of you. It's a dog.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's a
Oh,
boxer.
blimey. Do they not have dogs up in Yorkshire?
Sorry. Yeah. Well, yeah, we have proper dogs. We don't have ugly ones like that.
An attempt there by Jamie McClurg. It's just gone way wide, troubling more of the corner flag than the goal. So it's a goal kick for Bideford. And Lloyd Irish wearing a traditional goalkeeping kit of actual green top and black shorts. Makes a change.
Yes,
And
it
he
does,
will
doesn't it?
finally decide to kick the ball. There you go.
The dog's that ugly. I thought it was John. Ball's gone out on the halfway line in front of the dugouts for a throw into Bideford. Nobody seems to be in a rush to go get that. Ian Sampson's about to take it. Nobody seems to be making much room for him.
Yeah, what we're going to try and do for half-time, because normally Mr. Porter comes along and plays his latest conflab that he has with the managers, but as he's on holiday in France, sunning himself, what we're going to try and do is if you contact us through either the Matchday chat or on Twitter, we will try and answer some questions that you have for either myself or Mick at half-time. We can't promise anything because we just about managed to set the computer up and everything just to broadcast, but we'll try and give it a go. So please bear with us. But if you do want to get in contact, you can contact us at Rebels Radio on Twitter.
Yes, that could be quite fun at half-time, couldn't it? I think I might disappear at the burger bar then at half-time and leave you to it then, Adrian.
I can hear Mr. Porter's frantically texting me. He must be really bored on his lovely holiday. Bideford with the ball. It's Groves coming through. He's going to take a long shot, deflected, and safely into the hands of Jake Somerville. The game's very inconsistent at the moment, Nick.
Yes, it is. It is patched. But we are playing a lot better than last week. There's a bit more shape to us than last week.
To be honest, we were absolutely terrible last week against Ardley, who deserved their win. And congratulations to them for the next round of the
They got
FA
Chippenham,
Cup,
haven't they?
Chippenham Town away.
Chippenham away.
And a foul there committed by Nick Milton on Johnny Dyer, who's he missed last week through illness. So it's good to see him back.
Yeah, that he definitely caught his ankle there, and Johnny's not particularly happy about that. He's sort of got up and he's moving all right now, but it was very, very late, and the referee's having a word with.
Referee today is Ben Cobb. He's assisted by Paul Knight and Brian Channing. So he's just had a quiet word, and is Dobson going to take the free kick for us? Everyone's gone up. Reece Short, George Short, Tom Moran's up there as well.
Could this be a training ground move coming up?
No, it's mostly just a free kick, actually.
Oh, right. Okay.
Dobson hits it in hard and low to Harris. Oh! And Scott Harris just gets a little touch on that, and he's taking it away from Johnny Dyer, who slides in at the far post, trying to get onto the end of that, but to no avail, and it's out for a Bideford goal kick.
Still think that was a training ground move.
I still think it was a free kick.
Oh, yeah. Well, that as well, yeah. It did look as though it was quite planned, that, though. And, of course, when we've got players like Reece York going up, George Short, tall lads, useful to get the ball in the box.
Yeah, I mean, both these teams sit in just a point below each other the table.
Free kick to Bideford, shoulder charge there, so 15 yards inside the Slough half.
So it was Nana Lynn, I don't know what I called her earlier. Reece York's grandparents, Nana Lynn and Grandad Bob.
Grandad Bob.
That was it, yes. So it's a free kick to Bideford on the far side, not far from their touchline. They're in the changed, obviously, what do you call that place?
I'm not got a clue.
Dugout.
Dugout.
Has to be.
Dugout, that's it, yeah. Dugout, I know him very well.
Yeah,
Going to Bideford on this, the near side.
Yep, so it's going to be 7, the captain Groves going over to take that one. So it's going to be an out-swinging corner. Everyone up for Bideford apart from the two fullbacks, Sampson and Barker, with only Scott Harris defending that bit. Straight through, good header, punch away there by Jake Somerville, but the ball falls to Sean Downing. Lets it run out for a throw-in right by the corner flag on the far-hand side, which Ben Wood will go and jog over and take.
Yeah, we've 9-10 back, haven't we? Even Dobbo's hanging about at the edge of the penalty area. And we've just left Scott Harris up front. Throwing
As Milton's get the ball, it's headed away there by Ryan Parsons, flicked back in by Downing. Hollis tries to clear, and it falls to Ben Wood, who's scuffed that one like a goal shot, and he's actually sliced that out for a goal kick for Slough Town.
he sliced it that far. It was very nearly a throw-in. It went out quite close to the corner flag. Still 0-0 with 15, 16 minutes into the game at the moment. And not much in the way of goal-mouth action. There's probably not been a shot on target so far from either side.
No, both teams evenly matched though, Mick, aren't they? They're sitting
yes, yeah, they are. Yeah, there's
a
only
point
a point
from each other in the table, and both with the ability to score goals and concede goals. So the ball's with Sampson to Moran of Slough, who boots it high and forwards for Johnny Dyer. Slightly offside there, but ball's fallen to James Dobson. He goes on the outside, but great tackle by Sampson, the number 2 there.
Yeah, he just tried to do a little bit too much, did James?
Yep, and it's Downing bringing the ball out there, and he's been caught by George Short. Free kick for Bideford just inside the centre circle.
And a yellow card. Silly boy.
No, it's not a yellow card yet.
Ooh. I thought he went to his pocket there. He must have changed his mind. Oh, hang on. No, he has got a book out.
Yep. So George Short goes in the book.
Yep.
And that's on 17 minutes.
I thought for a minute there he'd gone to his pocket and then possibly changed his mind, but no. And I think it's probably deserved caution, if truth be told. So it's a free kick to Bideford, 10 yards inside the Slough half.
Yeah, just waiting. The referee's just telling Johnny Dyer to make sure he's got 10 yards back. No magic spray, unfortunately, in the Southern Premier League, like you get in the Premier League. It's Ben Wood with a high lofted one, and it's headed back in, and it's Matt Villis heads it back safely into the hands of Jake Somerville, who releases Dobson just on halfway line with a quick throw. Dobson goes past Milton quite easily. Now he's being closed down by Danny Ring, and the ball's been just notched out there, so it's a throw in for Slough on the far hand side.
Four up there for Slough though, so plenty of attacking intent, but as I said, nothing on target yet from either side. Ball's down towards the edge of the box. Dobson in. Oh, good header from Johnny Dyer just over the bar. That's the nearest we've come. He got himself in a very, very good position, but it was just off target. No challenge on him there at all. So a little bit of hope for us there with the Bideford defence.
Yeah, it's quite. They've playing some people with some funny positions. 10 seems to be the holding midfielder, which is Nick Milton. Ben Wood seems to be swapping from. He's playing on the left wing at the moment, but he seems to pop up on the right wing as well. As Irish launches a huge kick down towards Milton, for right, sorry. But the ball's run, and Jake Parsons is going to bring it down the right-hand side. Cuts it into McClurg. McClurg to Short. Short hits it, and it hits McClurg on the bum, but he's still got the ball. And it's lobbed over for James Dobson. Can he keep it in? Yes, he can. 4 up for Slough in the box. Goes past, and he's won a corner off Sampson, who seems to be having a good battle with Dobson on that side.
Yes, he does, and that was a very, very good move as well. And Dobbo did very, very well to get to that. So we're going to have an outswinging corner. 2 or 3 players hanging back way outside the box.
Scored a couple of goals from this kind of thing where Reece York runs to the near post, and the rest of the guys go to the back. They'll all head to the near post, and Reece will go back, hopefully unmarked. And there it is, that's the move. But Dobson hits it in low towards Johnny Dyer, and it's cleared away. But Ryan Parsons wins it back to McClurg. Back to Ryan Parsons. He flicks it out, and it's gone out of play, but the flag is up for an offside decision.
I wasn't convinced about that. Obviously the linesman was bang on line and I wasn't, but I wasn't convinced that was actually offside. But no protests from Slough there, so probably got it right.
Disappointed with that corner kick routine, Mick?
Yes, I think, like you say, when Reece goes to the near post and then hurtles back and everybody else goes the other way, I thought they would have pushed that one in. Again, maybe it's a training ground move. I think that's my phrase of the day. It's a training ground move.
Have you got a new dictionary with just like training ground routine in it? Is that what it is?
Oh yes, yeah. I've been studying them.
Right, Slough bring the ball away as Jake Parsons comes down the right hand side, right in front of us. Cuts back, gives it to Johnny Dyer. Oh, he loses the ball, and Villis brings it out, but well won back by Ryan Parsons to Short. Over to Dobson on the left hand side. Looks up, plays the ball in for Scott Harris to chase. but he's being well marked there. Cleared away, and Dobson in the left back. Ryan Parsons a bit further forwards for him. Plays it in to Scott Harris, who was offside, and yet another free kick. But the referee's been playing on, and it's Matt Wright chasing with Guy Hollis, but the ball's out for a throw-in for Slough on the far-hand side.
I think Slough had stopped there, expecting the free kick to be given, and the referee played an advantage there. Luckily, it wasn't a particularly good ball down that far touchline, so it's a throw-in to Slough now.
And it's fallen to Groves, who hooks it clear. But Reece York puts his foot straight through that, and Johnny Dyer's chasing with this. He gambles on going back to the keeper, but it's Billis with a header out, but it's well cleared. Reece York again winning the ball, but it falls to Milton. Milton looks up, lovely ball over the top for Matt Wright, but just a little bit too far, and straight into hands with Jake Somerville.
And Jake anticipated that. He was waiting on the edge of the box. I think he could see that was just going to be a little bit too far.
Yeah, it seems at 10 for Bideford. Nick Milton is the playmaker of the team. He's sitting at the back, getting the ball and orchestrating the midfield for them.
Yeah, we didn't have anybody like that last week at all, did we?
As Tom Moran wins the ball well from Wood, gives it to Parsons. Tries to play the ball back down for Parsons down the wing, but that's well blocked by Nick Barker here on the left-hand side. So it's a throw-in for Slough. Tom Moran's going to take right in front of the stand on here, left-hand side here. Gives it to York. Plays it forwards. Scott Harris gets it, heads it to Johnny Dyer. Johnny Dyer to Dobson. Oh, he plays a good ball there. He slipped the right back Sampson. Clicks it in with his left foot towards Scott Harris. Jake Parsons wins it. It's back with Ryan Parsons. Back to Jake Parsons. He knocks it wide to Tom Moran. Sampson on the floor injured for Bideford, but it's a leg injury. The ball's into McClurg, who shoots. Oh, it's blocked, and the keeper gathers that at the second attempt.
That was an excellent move, and that was good defending as well there. He got his foot to it, slowed it down so the keeper could get to it. Otherwise, that could well have been just inside the post. So we now have a stoppage, 23 minutes played, and there's an injury to Bideford player. As I say, the game, as you said, Adrian, the game wasn't stopped. It was simply a leg injury. Nobody was complaining on the Bideford side either, which is nice to see. And the referee did. And
no one's complaining to the referee.
No,
they're not moaning that he's let the game go on.
No.
He's made the right decision, but it does look like Sampson he's had a good battle with Dobson. Seemed to turn his ankle. He went in to try and intercept the ball.
It's one of those things. If you're attacking, you don't really complain if one of your own players is down. As soon as you lose the ball, you start whinging that the referee should stop the game and allow a trainer on. So one way or the other, the referee can't win. But it was nice to see play went on and nobody was screaming there at all.
Yeah, there's not a big crowd here today. I mean, we've said that some Bideford fans have come and shared the coach with the players, but I think last week's performance, where Slough played absolutely terribly against Ardley United, has affected the attendance today. I'd be quite surprised if there's 270 odd here.
Yes,
there's a lot of people not happy with that performance on the forum last week.
No, it was absolutely dreadful. Let's hope we've got that out of our system. We've had some poor performances recently. We do need to get that back on track. It's not good enough at the moment. We've got 10 points so far in the league, and going out the FA Cup like that it's really not good at all. Especially
on the financial side, Mick. Obviously, for a club this side, it's you know, the money that you get, even the £3,000 that we would have won for that previous game would have been great.
Yeah.
The game is just about to restart. The referee's going to drop the ball as Sampson's gone off to get some treatment. Looks like he's going to come back on. But the referee's dropped the ball, and Lloyd Irish is going to have a long punt upfield. And he does. It's won by Tom Moran. Scott Harris gets the ball, and it's won by Jake Parsons. And Ben Woods, another Bideford player, down injured, again with an ankle injury.
Yeah, I never saw what happened there.
He went for the ball with Tom Moran, and they just clashed a little bit.
Yeah, there was nothing in it, was there?
He's going to get up, so
they've got a sub warming up just in case on the far side of Bideford. But he doesn't look as though he's going to be needed. He's hobbling a little bit, but he's okay. So it's a throw into Bideford just on the halfway line in front of us.
Yep, Nick Barker's going to take it, the left back, and he's aiming for Matt Wright, the striker. It's flicked on by Jake Parsons, but Royce York clears it. to Jamie McClurg, and he's that's out for another throw-in on the right-hand side. Barker takes again. It's been taken in by Groves, who's played the ball forwards. Hollis clears, and it's out now for a throw-in on the far side. Bitty.
Yeah, it is a little bit. There was one chance, and that was Slough's a couple of minutes ago. Apart from that, now we've got another injury. Is that Tom Moran?
Yeah, it looks like Tom Moran's got a bit of a smack in the face. Referee's just checking to see if there's any blood. But it seems to be okay. He's going to let him carry on. But neither team stamping their authority today then.
No, it's typical mid-table, isn't it? It's almost as though people have got nothing to play for, but of course we have, both sides have got things to play for. Both sides need to get points.
I mean, Slough now 7 games without a victory. Is it something that concerns you, Mick, with this new league?
Yes, yeah. I mean, I didn't expect us to be up at the top, but it's once you get on a bad run, and I don't think losing Warren for the season's helped morale. That's a very, very big blow to lose somebody like Warren, and he's not going to play at all this season. And new players take a time to settle in.
The referee has very kindly given Jake Somerville a free kick there. Long ball in from Matt Villis. High up in the air, Matt Wright, who's number 9, who's the centre striker. They seem to be playing with one up front, Bideford. He's jumped for the ball along with Jake Somerville, and Jake's actually dropped it, but as he's landed, Matt Wright's landed on him, and he's fumbled the ball, and it's a free kick to Slough.
I think that was a well-deserved. I think he deliberately went in on Jake there and bumped into him quite deliberately, hoping to get away with that one. Too obvious for my liking.
Yeah, 28 minutes gone, it's still 0-0. Not a lot of goal scoring opportunities here for Slough, or for Bideford, as Reece Short makes a good challenge there on Ben Wood. And then Nick Barker kicks it out, comes off Jake Parsons, so it's going to be a throw-in for Bideford.
Just in front of us. A lot of play down this left-hand side. At the moment, the referee's having a smile at somebody in a word with, I think it was a word with Jake Parsons there. We're throwing to Bideford just in front of us. Yeah,
not a lot of goals flying around in the Southern Premier League. There's only 2 teams with goals. Poole Town leading Arsley 1-0, and Hitchin are currently beating Redditch 1-0. Ball comes to Jake Parsons. He goes past Nick Barker. He's charging through. Scott Harris runs in front of him. He plays it in. It's well cleared by Bideford. And it's cleared up, but 4 defenders back for Slough. Reece York plays it through, but won by Milton for Bideford. Aims it wide. And it's Danny Ring taking past a couple of players, but he's impeded there, and it was a foul by George Short. George got to be careful.
He just pushed him. Just pure and simple pushed him. No question about that. And as you say, he has to be careful. You can't, when you've already been cautioned, you can't afford to keep taking chances like that at all. So it's still 0-0. Free kick on the halfway line in front of the dugouts.
Yeah, Bideford trying to play a quick free kick, but the referee not having that. He wants to make sure that everything's fine. We've got a goal in Cirencester, 1 up against Cheshire United. Ball's played in to Downing, flicks it on to Matt Wright, but well blocked by York. But no, the ball is in the back of the net, and it's going to be Danny Ring who's cut inside. The ball headed down by Matt Wright. It's bounced and it's hit Reece York, fallen into the path of Danny Ring, who's just side-footed it past Jake Somerville, and it's 1-0 to Bideford on 30 minutes.
I don't think Reece could do anything about that. It just hit him basically, and it fell well for Danny Ring. He did well to take it, but yeah, a goal down already. First shot they've had on target, and it's gone in.
Yeah, I mean, you can't blame anyone for that, but maybe some of the Slough players should have been a little bit quicker on reacting to the knockdown.
31 minutes according to the official announcement.
So it's 1-0 to Bideford. Ball's with Slough. George Short got the ball, but he's lost it straight away, and he's giving it to Downing, who's charging through. He's going to shoot. Well blocked by Reece York. Short picks up the ball to Dobson. Past Sampson to Dyer. Dyer gives it back, but Sampson comes in. Oh, and that was a bit of a sliding tackle there. Both players went in for that, but they both got on with it. It's a throw in for Slough, far side. Given to Dobson. A nice little trick there past Sampson, but he's lost the ball and it's out for a throw-in.
Yeah, they're having a nice little tussle, Dobson and Sampson, aren't they? That's it could turn a little bit tasty later on if we're not careful.
Yeah, not much noise from the Slough fans at the moment, nothing to inspire them.
Again, same as last week. It was very, very quiet last week as well. It has been a slightly better performance, but even so, there's not the usual chanting.
And the ball's just been cleared by Harrison, out for a throw-in for Slough. On the far side, Ryan Parsons is going to take it. Throws it to Dobson. He goes past the goal scorer ring. Looking to get the ball in, but wins a corner. No, goal kick. Looked like a corner from where we were.
Yeah, but Dobbo didn't say anything, so I'm assuming he realised it was a goal kick.
And then the keeper just runs straight past the ball, forgetting what that big white thing is for.
Well, I think Gary House kicked it past him, to be honest, as well.
Well, he's not got much football talent there, Gary House.
No, he's better at photography, isn't he?
That's a doubt as well.
You said that, not me. I'll tell him later, though, what you said. Goal kick to Bideford.
Aiming again for Matt Wright, but Reece Yorks wins the header and it's out for a throw-in, bounces off the dugout.
Yet another ball out the ground.
Burnham leading 1-0, Nick Kubamba leading against Truro, where Slough will be next Saturday.
Yes, rearranged fixture next Saturday instead of November because it's FA Cup day, and as neither of them are in the FA Cup, we are now off to Truro next Saturday. So make a note of that in your diary.
Yeah, ball's won. Johnny Dyer's got the ball. He's trying to release Jake Parsons, but blocked by Barker. Picked up by McClurg, who plays it out to Tom Moran. Tom Moran looks up, tries to play a good ball through, but it's come through and it's gone through to the keeper, and Scott Harris chases it down, but Lloyd Irish picks it up, looking for to get another long punt.
I just realised Tom Moran's got number 12 on his back.
Must have been from that face injury that he had then. Scott Harris has got the ball. He's being marked by Harrison. Cleared out to George Short. George Short to Dobson. Dobson running in, plays the ball in. Scott Harris tries to win it. And Dobson's going to have to get a yellow card there. He's run through. The keeper's clearly picked the ball up. And Dobson's clashed into his flailing legs. The keeper's down. He's milking the moment maybe a little bit, Mick.
I don't know. It was a pretty poor challenge, to be fair.
But he's holding his head.
Possibly, we might have caught him. You're gonna look. No, he's got his knee. He's treating his knee. He might be holding his head, but he's treating his knee.
Dobson's getting a talking to. Is he going to get a yellow card?
Yeah, I think the book's out. I think we're going to get another
That's
yellow.
the least he deserves for that. It's a terrible, terrible tackle. Bit of frustration creeping into Slough's. Bideford just been a little bit stronger defending the ball, and yep, he's got a yellow card for that on 34 minutes.
Very late. Very bad challenge as well. Unfortunately, a thoroughly deserved caution. So we've now had George Short and James Dobson cautioned. I'm all for players putting a bit of effort in, but there are limits.
Yep, the keeper makes a miraculous recovery. He's now up, taking the goal kick. Boots it long, aiming for Woods. He loses the ball and it's out for a throw-in for Slough.
Tom Moran to take it, level with the edge of his own penalty area. Somebody's trying to get the ball back to him.
Yeah, Slough just lacking a bit of leadership. Johnny Dyer trying to G the players up. And Slough finally win a free kick there for a foul on Scott Harris. Slough trying to take a quick free kick there, but Ben Woods goes up to block it, and the referees are telling him, don't stand on the ball, don't stand on the ball. So he leaves it. It's going to be Jamie McClurg. Long high ball in. George Short wins a header, but safely into the arms of the Bideford keeper. So still 1-0 to Bideford. Score after Danny Ring.
31 minutes.
So still waiting, kicking the ball long. Aiming wide for Ben Wood. Good tussle with Tom Moran. He wins the header, but Jake Parsons gets the ball back to Reece York. York plays it back to Jake Somerville. Chased by Downing. And poor ball by Somerville there. He's giving the ball now to Ring. And Jake's just fumbled the ball, but he's got it at the second attempt there. But bit of lack of composure by Jake Somerville there. He kicked that ball out very poorly, and it fell to Captain Groves. Gave it to Matt Wright, who had a poor shot on goal.
Yeah, he tried to control it before clearing it instead of just clearing it, and he was put under a lot of pressure. So he did well in the end to get rid of it, but it went nowhere.
Balls with Jake Parsons here on the right hand side. Tries to play a ball through for Johnny Dyer, but well defended by Matt Vidice. He's just used his body to ease him away, and Scott Harris having to chase the ball down now, get the keeper to pick it up. No foul there though.
No, I think he tried to play for that, did Johnny, I'm afraid, and it didn't work. He didn't fool the referee. Referee's had a decent game so far.
Ball through. It's Sean Downing running through. Good tackle by Reece York, but the ball falls to Woods, and Jake makes a redemption there with a good save. Cleared by Tom Moran, and it's out for a throw-in, but Slough just looking very lackadaisical today. They really are.
Yeah, he had nobody round him there. It was a good shot, but an excellent save from Jake. That was on target and could easily have been 2-0. So with Jake to thank, it's still only 1-0, but it's a throw into Bideford on this near side, halfway inside the Slough half. Cleared away.
Yeah,
Cleared away by Reece York.
George Short wins header, but gets a clash with heads there, and the referee should stop that because that is a head injury. But he's not. Bideford, he's finally stopped it now.
Yeah.
And Bideford complaining, but you could clearly see that was a head injury to George Short.
He went down straight away there, holding his head. There was no play acting on that one. It's like we said earlier, though. You know, when you're attacking, you don't want the game to stop, do you? And Bideford had a good whinge about that, but it's definitely a head injury. No choice but to stop it then, the referee.
No, it was the right decision, but Bideford not happy with that because they did have the ball. But so we're just waiting for George Short to get treatment by Super Kev.
Yeah, it'll be a drop ball. Presumably it'll just get played back to Jake, and then he'll clear it downfield with a bit of luck.
But in this bit of break of play while George gets treatment, neither of the two managers are giving the players any kind of instructions.
No.
Waiting for half-time team talk, reckon?
Probably. They didn't last week either, though. There didn't seem to be a great urgency. Normally they'd leap up and down and shout and point and scream, but there was nothing, and there's not a great deal happening there this week. They just stood talking to each other. You would have thought they were looking at plan B, like you say, unless we've got 8 minutes left. First half they waited till half time, but they're going to have to do something. George is still down, by the way. Super Kev's treating the referee's wandering around with the ball in his hand, obviously thinking back to his playing days.
Yeah, just going to get some Corby 2-0 up at the moment.
That's a rearranged. That's a rearranged game, isn't it, as well? Is the Corby? Did I hear them say it was a Tuesday night?
I think Corby is a Tuesday night, Mick. Yes.
Yeah, because that's changed. I don't think it was it? It was a Saturday. Unless my memory's probably faded.
All right, George Short being helped off now, and Mick's right. The referee looking at Jake Parsons to kick the ball back to the Bideford, as they did have the ball in an attacking area. Poulton have just got one back, so it's Corby 2, Poulton Rovers 1. Poole Town are leading 2-0 against Arsley. And looks like Arsley are down to 10 men.
Matt Wright's complaining that the referee's just going to give the ball to Jake to clear. Sensible, though. Absolutely sensible. And Jake's cleared it right down to Lloyd Irish in the Bideford goal. Nice gesture. And he's in no rush to get rid of it. Scott Harris is running towards him, which forces Lloyd Irish to pick the ball up. And he'll now clear it long.
Kicks it long. Well won by Tom Moran, but picked up by Groves for Bideford. He's played the ball through. And a mistake by Reece York there. And great effort by Matt Wright. And he's clicked that from behind him. He's hit it hard. past Jake Somerville. He must have got a touch on that.
He did. Otherwise, I think it could possibly have gone in, that one. It
But
did hit the top of the bar.
Hit the top of the bar, and Matt Wright went over straight away and spoke to Jake Somerville. So our Corby's on a Wednesday, apparently, Mick, not a Tuesday.
Wednesday.
Yes.
Don't normally do Wednesdays.
Yes, John Porter's obviously enjoying his holiday. He's just texting me all the time. Corner comes in there for Bideford, and it's hit Matt Wright. Bounced over the top. They're claiming another little touch from a Slough player, but it's not. It's a goal kick for Jake Somerville.
I don't think Matt Wright knew much about that. It just sort of hit him as he launched himself at it. So it's Jake on the right-hand side of his goal, our near side.
Yeah, 42 minutes gone, so it's still Bideford leading 1-0 here. Holloways Park. As Jake launches a long ball, aiming for Johnny Dyer. But the ball's won by Harrison. Then the ball's knocked out to Matt Wright, who's got it. The goal scorer Ring goes past him. Looking for the ball. He's got it there. He's turned Ryan Parsons brilliantly there. He's gone past Jake Parsons. He's still going, and then the Parson brothers somehow kick it against him, and it's out for a goal kick for Slough Town.
Yes, again, it's worrying that they're getting through like they are. There seems to be a touch of desperate defending in there at times, but we're still plugging in there at 1-0 at the moment.
Jake kicks it long. It's down the side. Dobson wins the ball, heads it on, and the ball's gone out for a Bideford throw-in. Dobson slowly getting up, just a bit winded there.
Yeah, he'll be all right. Bless him. Yeah, he's okay. He's back on his feet and waiting for this throw-in to come in.
So Sampson with the throw, aiming for Matt Wright, wins the ball, but McClurg wins it. Headed away by Villis. George Short heads it back. Villis again. Closed down by Scott Harris. Launches the ball long to Downing, but Reece York clears with a big boot upfield. Jake Parsons tries to head it, but fails. And the ball's won by Milton for Bideford in the midfield. To Wright. Wright coming back into the centre. Plays it out to Barker on the left. Barker to Downing. Swings past Reece York, but Tom Moran clears that one up. And a free kick to Slough there with Danny Ring committing just charged Ryan Parsons off the ball a little bit there.
And then stood in front of the ball to make sure we couldn't take a quick free kick. Referee should be having a few words about that. We had a good chance there.
Ball played through. Scott Harris tries to win the ball. It's cleared well by Bideford, but Dobson trying to get it off Sampson. Gives away a free kick.
Just in front of the burger bar, which I think I might be heading there at half time. Lloyd Irish not in a great rush to take it. Obviously, with 3-4 minutes left, he's not in any rush. 1-0 up. They want to protect what they've got till half time. Both sides need to regroup, especially Slough. I'm afraid it's not been a great performance. We started well, first 10 minutes, quarter of an hour, and it's faded again.
Long ball played in. Reece York leaves it. Downing runs through, but Jake Somerville comes out, kicks it, and he's booted a long ball again. But the two centre-backs for Bideford, Villis and Harrison clearing everything up. Ball's back with Reece York. He plays it to Moran. Plays a long ball forward, and that's straight into the arms of Lloyd Irish in the Bideford goal. And a waste of the ball there.
Yeah, the full-backs are quite well organised in the centre. They've won basically everything. They're pumping it up. Scott's not the tallest guy in the world, and you've got a 6'3" full-back against you. You've not got much chance of winning it in the air.
So Slough very fortunately get a free kick here in the centre circle as Milton and Scott Harris go for the ball. Milton clearly won the ball, but his momentum fouled Scott Harris, and the referee seems that as a free kick to Slough. That looks a bit harsh for me, Mick. I
think it was 50-50, wasn't it? They both went for it.
Well, you would, wouldn't you?
Unfortunately.
Have you got your glasses on?
No.
No, he hasn't. That's why.
Said that? No, it was harsh. It was harsh. I think it was just a 50-50. And one comes off worse than the other, and I don't think it was a free kick. But I'm only a referee. What would I know?
Not a lot.
Thank you. Cheers for that,
John
Adrian.
said to say that, really. Ball's
Yes,
played
he will,
through. It's
wouldn't he?
long now in the far corner for Reece York. And unfortunately can't do anything with it, and it's a goal kick for Bideford. Still 1-0 up. We're on the stroke of half time.
cries of "We've got to sort this out" from the crowd.
Yeah, we won't say what the other word was because that's not broadcastable.
Well, it was rap with a C in front of it, which probably sums it up, doesn't it, really?
So Irish in the Bideford goal, taking his time with this goal kick. Referee looks like he's going to blow any minute soon. Long ball. Reece York wins the header well. McClurg wins it, but gives it to Barker of Bideford, who boots it high in the air. And Groves wins it for Bideford, giving it to Ring, the goal scorer. Milton plays it out wide. Groves has continued. He's gone past Hollis. Great save by Jake Somerville. Tom Moran clears. Jake Parsons here on the right. Jake Parsons cuts inside. He's bringing the ball. He's running with it.
Offside.
He gives it to Scott Harris. And the linesman puts his flag up for offside. I can see by Jake Somerville's dad, who's standing in front of us, that was very, very close. It was a great idea by Jake, but just slightly offside, Mick.
It was. He was a foot offside. I think someone else in the middle was offside as well if the ball had gone further over. So that was a good decision, unfortunately. But it was a good move. He just hung back half a yard.
It's the better part of play that Slough played, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. If he just hung back half a yard, it would have been fine.
Irish takes another long ball, aiming for Downing, who's up with Ryan Parsons. And the referee blows for half-time. So it's Slough Town 0, Bideford 1. The goal scorer was Danny Ring on the 30th minute or the 31st. Was it 31 they said?
31 they announced.
31 minutes. So sum up yet half for us, please, Mick.
Somewhere between abysmal and poor, I think. Slightly better than last week, but not a great deal. There seems to be a lot more effort, but we're just not getting that final pass. Too many passes going astray. We've relied on Jake a couple of times now to keep the score at 1-0. He couldn't do anything about the goal, but he's had two other very, very good saves. But we need to sort it out. We're lacking something in midfield. I think we haven't really got a playmaker there today. There's nobody really taking control of anything at all. Fair results so far. We need to do a damn sight better in the second half, otherwise it's another 3 points down the drain, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, Slough going off and the fans are they're not kind of like shouting anything at them, but there's nothing for them to shout about, is there, Mick? No,
but there wasn't before the game either. It's all been very, very quiet before the match, and sometimes you do get a little bit of a chant going. And a few things, but it has been quite a dead atmosphere. Very, very similar to last week, it has to be said. And the crowd, not great. We've had 350 here, haven't we? This looks about, 250?
Yeah, I mean, if that. I mean, obviously we won't find out till later on in the second half, but even the Slough fans just don't seem to be happy or energetic or...
No.
A couple of half times for you we've got at the moment. We've got Poole Town 2, Arsley 0, Histon 1, Weymouth 0, which is a surprise, bearing in mind we played both teams recently. Frome are leading Cambridge City 1-0. We've got Corby Town 2, Poulton Rovers 1. St Neots were 1-0 up, whoever they were playing. I can't remember who it was now. I've missed it.
Somebody's just gone past with a cup of tea and given us a thumbs down signal. I hope that's for the team and not for us.
That was Peter, who used to be in... Slough used to have a band called Wembley 73, I think it was called, or something like that. Due to Slough going to Wembley for the FA Amateur Cup in that year, 73-74. And he was the drummer.
He looks like a drummer. He definitely looks like a drummer.
Another score for you: Maidenhead United 0, Haventon Waterlooville 2. So last week we obviously missed our schedule of going on, Mick, with our problems that we had.
Yes.
But last week Slough said goodbye to one of their favoured fans in Dave Pearcey, who had been the programme seller here at Slough for over 20 years. And if you've ever been to a Slough home game and you'd most probably seen him, he would have come up and said hello to you. Doesn't matter whether you're a home fan, away fan, he would have made the effort to come and say hello.
Yeah.
So his funeral was on Thursday, and he will be sorely missed by everyone at Slough. So we'd like to dedicate today's programme to Dave Pearcey. May you rest in peace.
Yes, I think so. I spoke to him quite a few times, and on presentation night when he received his award, it was choked me up quite a bit. He was there with his mum, and he wanted his mum to come up as well, and there were photographs. And of course, the players miss him. I mean, after the semi-final at rugby, they all went across because he was stood by the dugouts and scragged him basically. And then after the final, the same thing, and he went into the changing room, which nobody goes in the changing room, and he went in. So that's how well he was thought of here at Slough, and he will definitely be missed. He never complained about his illness at all. It was one of those, somebody said to me, and I think it was at the presentation night, something about he turned up every week, and every week he said it'll be different this week, and of course for years it never was. I suppose we ought to be grateful that he saw the promotion last season, because that was a real highlight. He enjoyed himself on the presentation night as well. So, but yes, rest in peace, David. He'll be here in spirit today. That's for sure. He'll be stood behind the goal talking to somebody. Guarantee you that. He always did, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, I saw his mum and dad come in today, and I know that the funeral on Thursday was very well attended. 200 people there, because he was a member of other clubs as well, not just Slough Town, but he was very good on his buses and trains and stuff like that. So a well-liked person, a well-attended funeral.
Member of Camera, wasn't he, as well, as far as I know?
He did like a drink or two, yes.
Yes, yeah, we all do though, don't we?
Yeah, but not when you sit next to him on the coach on the way home on a 4-hour journey when he's had slightly a couple too many, but all part of the reason why we loved him. So
yeah, definitely.
So what would you do for the second half then, Mick?
It's difficult. There doesn't seem to be a plan. They're aggressive. They're certainly trying to get in there, but there's just too many balls going astray. They're pumping the ball up front, and as I say, when you've got two little chaps up front against two big chaps at the back, it isn't working. They need to make sure they can string the passes together. Bideford will be quite happy with the way things have gone. I don't think they'll change anything at half time, but we certainly need an injection of something or other. I'm not quite sure what. But certainly we could do with the half-time team talk that they probably had at Kettering on playoff final day, because they've got to turn this round. It's as poor a performance as last week. We've had a few bad performances this season, and I think last week and this week have been probably the two worst I've seen, to be fair. So we definitely do need to change something.
Yeah, so we've got a couple more scores coming in from around the towns. We've got Cirencester are 2 up against Chesham. Burnham are 2 up at home to Truro. We've got Hitchin 1-0 up against Redditch. And I believe that Hereford were 1-0 up at the last time we heard. They've got
till October the 20th to sort their finances out. Then we're given another 4 or 5 weeks to sort those out as well with Hereford. So that's still up in the air because they still owe quite a lot of money to various people. It doesn't look too good because they can't attract investment, according to Hereford themselves. They can't attract investment, they can't attract sponsors, simply because they don't know if there's going to be a club to sponsor. So they're not getting the income that they should. So whether they will survive after October the 20th remains to be seen, but it's a dire situation for a club with such a famous history and with such a nice ground, because Edgar Street is a smashing ground. It's just a shame that they're in the position that they're in, but if you do things the wrong way around, which they seem to have done with the guy who bought it, Tommy, what they call him, Abonga,
Angenbar, who's apparently there today at the game.
Is he?
Apparently so, according to Twitter.
Well, he might be there, but he's certainly not certainly not involved. But yes, it's a shame that a club like that may well go on, but they won't be the first. I mean, when you look at all the clubs that have gone under in the past, Chester, lots of clubs that have gone out of existence and had to reform. Is it Chichester? Is it Salisbury? Salisbury. They've gone out of existence. They've not been allowed to join the Wessex League, which they were going to do. So that's a league like the Conference South, where one team every week doesn't have a game. And Ebbsfleet were the team that suffered on week 1 when they were the one without the match. So we've got the teams coming back out.
Yeah, and we do have some worldwide breaking football news that Mesut Ozil has actually scored a goal for Arsenal.
Good grief. Was that in the warm-up?
No, apparently I know it's only Aston Villa, but apparently he has actually scored a goal.
Good grief, one doesn't ever see. They'll be telling me next that Leeds are winning. No one wants
to go that far, do
they?
No,
we don't want to go that far. Hang on, we beat Huddersfield 5-0 last year. I can't see it happening this year.
Leeds are actually 2-0 up.
Eh?
Yes, 2-0.
No, you're lying.
I'm not lying. Why would I lie to you?
You're winding me up. We don't win.
There you go, look. Proof, 2-0.
Yeah, you fixed that somehow.
It won't last, will it?
No, it won't.
Apparently Leeds are having a new manager from some bloke from Sturm Graz.
Yeah, the one that's denied he's coming. Darko, somebody or other.
Yeah, it's nothing to do with how they cut the grass or anything like that, but that is actually a team in Austria.
It is. Not playing very well, so it figures we're going to get a manager like that. Well, he'll be there till Christmas, then we'll get somebody else, won't we? It's always the case. It's worrying, though, that from what I've been hearing, that Ken Bates is somehow back involved with Leeds. He's wanting to get the radio rights back, and he's working hand in hand with our lovely Mr. Cellino. So there's got to be some ulterior motive in that, and I'm not particularly happy about that, to be fair.
To be honest, though, Mick, you're never really terribly happy about anything, are you?
Not where Ken Bates is concerned. No. With Ken Bates.
There you go. Today's attendance is 275. I think I did say 270, didn't I?
Yes, you did. I went 250, but I'm always cautious.
Oh dear, you are, aren't you?
Yeah.
We've got the teams out for the second half. We're just waiting for the match officials to come out.
Yeah, they seem to have taken a bit of time over the half-time cuppa. They're coming out now with John Underwood.
That's why John Underwood's been
he's been having a word with them.
Mostly comparing hairstyles.
Yes, I think so. But Bakes, where's Bakes going? Bakes is going in back.
He's already over there.
Oh, is that Trent?
That's Trent going back in.
Trent going back in now.
So it doesn't look like there's any changes for either team at the moment. So just to remind you that Bideford are 1-0 up with a goal scored by the number 8, Danny Ring, in the 31st minute. And Slough looking quite poor today, but what would you do? Who would you bring on then for the second half?
Might be as well trying to bring Daryl Thomas on. The guy's got a little bit of pace. He can run, that's one thing, and they probably need to attack the defence more. So maybe Daryl could be an option to bring on, but they certainly need something. Can't go on like this for the next 45 minutes.
And actually, I can see that I think it's Adrian Sear is coming on. Just trying to see who's missing. I think it's George Short that's not come back out. Yep, it is. I can just see them putting the signs up now. It's George Short not out for the second half.
So that knock he got, bang he got, was obviously...
Yeah, and also he was on a yellow card as well, Mick, wasn't he? So he did have that tackle in the first half, which was quite a hard one. So good decision there by the managers. Slough are going to be kicking from right to left to the uncovered end. And they take the kick-off. Mick's ready with his stopwatch. We're all waiting, bated breath. The referee obviously waiting for us to give him the go there. He's waiting for us. Go on, ref. There you go. So Slough kick off. Long ball up, but easily cleared. And Sear gets his first touch of the ball, heads it forwards. Again, the two centre-halves of Bideford easily win that. But Slough try and win the ball back, and Milton hits that ball, and it's out straight in front of us for a Slough throw-in. And not a single person wants to go and get the ball.
No, they're all stood there watching the ball bounce behind the little terrace there. Nobody can be bothered. We've got somebody now. Thank you.
Right, Guy Hollis going to take the throw. Long throw, aiming for Johnny Dyer, but well won by Sampson. Matt Wright, very impressive in the first half, wins the ball. And Sear comes sliding in and blocks the ball. It's out for a throw for Bideford right in front of us.
There was no challenge on Sampson then after that throw-in either. He all the time in the world to head it.
He's going to be taking the throw-in. Short ball to Matt Wright again. Gives it to Milton, but won by Scott Harris. McClurg brings the ball away. But no option for him. There's no one there. He goes wide to Tom Moran on the right. Back to Reece York, who just boots the ball forward for Johnny Dyer against Harrison. Johnny's going to let that go. Is he going to keep it in? No, he lets that go. So it's a throw-in for Slough on the far hand side.
Down by the corner flag.
Tom Moran's going to trot over and take this one. So no long throw for Guy Hollis now. No one making a run for him though, Mick. He's on his own. Throws it to McClurg, and McClurg gets turned. But Jake Parsons wins the ball back. Gives it to Moran. Into Sear. Back to Parsons, but one... And Moran's got the ball back to Reece York. High ball forwards, and that's going to be a throw-in for Bideford. Very bitty again by Slough. There's no kind of cohesion, is there?
No, there's no pattern, no cohesion at all. We've had to make a substitution. He's one of the new lads. Is Adrian Say, but he will have trained with them a few times, so he ought to be settling down by now. But we desperately need something from somewhere.
Would you bring another player in, maybe from another club, someone outside of the ones that they've got?
They might have to. They could well do. We've no Ed Smith today. They're going to need somebody. It's only a small squad. We do need extra players. Where we get them from is a different issue.
So not missing anything here at the moment. Lloyd Irish has got the ball. Boots the ball long. Reece York wins it. Gives it to Jake Parsons. Tom Moran's got the ball. Gives it to Dyer. He's played it through, but cut out, and Barker sees it back to Irish. Irish boots the ball long, and that's going to be a throw-in for Slough just by the home dugouts.
I think Johnny Dyer was frightened to go forward then in case he was offside.
It's a ball with Sear getting into the game, down the line to Scott Harris. And Harrison comes along, and it's a throw-in for Slough on the far side.
Need something out of this now. Everybody's 9 players up now.
Yeah, Hollis has gone over now to take the long throw, which we expected on the last one. Launches it in. Reece York's the man to aim for, but it's cleared by Bideford. Matt Wright holds off Sear, but Ryan Parsons wins the ball back, knocks it in. And it's a high lofted ball, no hurry from any Slough player, and it's out for a goal kick.
Another aimless ball forward to nobody in particular. I don't think he looked. He just walloped it forward. Not good at all.
Are you going to Truro on Saturday night?
Oh yes, I shall be there. Obviously I wasn't going to, but I didn't, because I didn't know it was on next Saturday, but yes, I will be. Definitely. Right,
balls with Bideford. Matt Wright fouls Adrian Seal. I think he just caught him in the face there.
Yes,
he
did.
won the ball. Not deliberate.
No, he didn't. It wasn't deliberate, but still hurts when you get thumped in the face. He's up though.
He's held up by Matt Wright. He's hobbling a bit as well, and obviously Adrian Seal's only just come back from a knee injury, so not nice to see.
Needs to run that one off pretty quickly.
Matt Wright just having been told off by the referee. They're just a quiet word. Good referee in that. It's a free kick for Slough just by the centre circle in their own half. Jake Somerville is going to take it. Plays the ball long, aiming for Reece York. Wins the header well, and he's just headed it over the top of the bar. Did well. He went past his marker. He's just aimed the ball back, and just slightly over the top.
Don't think the keeper would have got near that. If that's been under the bar, the keeper, I don't think, would have got anywhere near that. That was a really good header. It was unfortunate. It just went a little bit too high. But
yes,
a little bit of hope there.
Get on target a little bit more, don't they?
Yeah, we've had very little on target. In fact, have we had a shot on target? I don't think we have, had we? I don't think the keeper's been that trouble.
We had one low one, didn't we?
One?
In the first half.
Yeah, but the keeper's not really been troubled. Jake's had more work to do.
Irish kicks the ball. Aim again for Matt Wright. It's won by Sean Downing. Back to Wright. He leaves it, but Ryan Parsons intercepts the ball. Plays it to Sear. Slough playing it a little bit more on the floor there. Tom Moran gets the ball, goes past his player. Good tackle by Milton from Bideford, but out to Jake Parsons. Parsons into McClurg.
Oh.
McClurg tries to and that's a tackle by Sampson as well. He's actually given it the other way. Sampson and McClurg have both gone in with a studs up challenge.
To be honest, I thought that was a Slough free kick. Yes, they both went in for it, but I thought
McClurg is the one that's on the floor, and he seems to be in a little bit of pain. He's a little bit
not
caught
surprised.
by the leg of Sampson, and somehow the referee has given it as a free kick to Bideford.
Well, I don't agree with that one, to be fair, and that's not yellow and blue striped eyes. I just think that.
So the referee's just explaining to Johnny Dyer about why he's made that decision.
Ben Wood's coming off.
Substitution for Bideford. It's 11 Ben Wood coming off, and coming on is Niall Thompson, who they've just acquired from Torquay United. He's wearing 14, so his debut for the boys today.
Got a bit of Football League pedigree behind him then, hasn't he? Played at a fairly good level at Torquay. See if that makes a difference. He's quite a tall lad, quite rangy. Yeah, he's gonna just sit on the same side that Ben Wood plays. It looks like he's lining up on the left. Bideford seem to be playing with a 4-1-1 formation, with Matt Wright being up front, and Sean Downing seems to be the furthest player forwards of a kind of like midfield diamond as such. I don't think Johnny Dyer can quite believe he's had the free kick given against him, to be fair.
No, McClurgy is actually out. He's just being helped off now by Super Kev, but Slough sent the other substitutes. I can see Frith, Cornell and Darryl Thomas down the other side warming up. So McClurg goes off. He must be going to come back on. Doesn't look that bad now, does it?
No, I think he's taking his time going off though. We need to get on with it a little bit. I know they had time on at the end, but it's not the same. We need to press on a little bit.
We're about 9 minutes into the second half, so it's still Slough Town 0, Bideford 1. As Irish takes the free kick, which somehow they won, and he's booted it straight out of play on the far side.
Yeah.
Ball's thrown into Jake Parsons. Jake Parsons done well. It's against the substitute. And somehow he's won a free kick there because he was on he's on the floor, but he's won a free kick. Sear's giving it to Ryan Parsons here on the left. Looking to play the ball. Giving it back to Sear. Sear out to Johnny Dyer. Slough playing the ball on the floor. Much better performance here. Long ball out to Parsons, but won by Nick Barker. Reece York slides in, wins the ball. Sear wins it as well. It's falling through to Johnny Dyer, who shoots and straight down the arms of Lloyd Irish, and the Bideford goal. Better opportunity for Slough, but they're playing it on the floor, Mick.
Yes,
and that's what they're better at.
Yes, that was much better. I think when they play it in the air, they're not winning anything. But that was a good move. It was good defending as well, because it forced Johnny Dyer into a shot, and the only place he could put it was at the keeper, straight at the keeper. Yeah,
Bideford just launched attack, but Ryan Parsons head back to Jake Somerville, who launches another high long ball aimed at Scotty Harris, but won by Harrison. Sear comes in, wins the ball. Bideford play up to Matt Wright, chests it down to Sean Downing. Downing gives it ball to the substitute, Thompson. He's looking at going past Tom Rand. He cuts inside, he's going to shoot. And that more likely going to end up on the M40.
It's quite a distance away, wasn't it, that one? Didn't trouble anybody. Thank goodness. But he did have room there to shoot. He just made a complete mess of it at the end.
What's your views on Matt Wright, the number 9 for Bideford, Mick?
He's what, sorry?
Number 9 for Bideford, Matt Wright. What do you think of him? Playing as a target man. It's in, it's goal! from absolutely nowhere, Slough Town have equalised. The ball was played wide by Adrian Sear. It came to James Dobson on the edge of the penalty area. He's just knocked it forwards. He's blasted it, hit the crossbar, and I think it was Harrison, the number 6, who could do nothing about it. The ball's hit the crossbar, bounced, hit him on the face, and gone into the empty net. It is now Slough 1, Bideford 1.
10 minutes into the second half. That's what we needed. We had a little bit of luck there, but it was a very, very good shot from James Dobson as well.
The match day announcer has just given the goal to James Dobson, which I think is very optimistic.
It was an own goal. Unfortunately, it was definitely an own goal. He could do nothing about it. It just came off the bar and hit him.
Slough seem to be playing better with Adrian Sear in the centre of midfield. He seems to have a little bit more about him, playing the ball, orchestrating the midfield.
He's certainly getting stuck in.
And some of the tackles just flying in here from Slough as they win a throw-in. Sear takes it to Dobson on the left here. Dobson goes past Sampson, knocks it into McClurg. McClurg still got it. Tackled by Milton, but Slough's going to get the ball with Moran.
This is better.
Keeps it in. He's going to play the long ball in, but won by Milton from Bideford. Jake Parsons and Sear clear to get the ball. Falls to Dobson again, just on the edge of the area. To Scott Harris. To McClurg. Plays it to Dobson. Chips it over the top, but no one at the far post, and unfortunately that is out for a goal kick, but much better play by Slough.
That was a much better move. Just that final ball in from Dobber. To be fair, he was trying to stop it going out first of all, because it was very, very close to going out, and he just couldn't quite swing it back in. But it's just given us a little bit of a lift, and it's what we needed. Yes, it was a bit of luck. It hit the defender. He knew nothing about it, but a goal's a goal, and we'll take anything at the moment.
So Irish takes a long kick, won by Reece York, to Milton from Bideford. Tom Moran wins the ball to Scott Harris, who holds the ball up well. Gives it to McClurg. McClurg trying to release Dobson, but just mishit that ball, and it's come through to Irish in the Bideford goal.
Yes, you were asking me about Matt Wright. I think he's quite a good centre forward, to be fair. He's winning stuff in the air. I think he's quite a decent player.
Yeah, he's playing as a target man, but he's got a lot of ability about him. For a big man, he's good with his feet as well.
Yes,
he just wins the ball, flicks it onto the Bideford scorer, Ring, who plays it into Milton. Milton flicks it on, but that's gone too far, and Somerville collects into his hands. He's looking for a quick, long attack. Boots it on high past Barker, who heads it out for Bideford, and it's out for a Slough throw-in on the far-hand side.
A bit more urgency now we've scored.
Yeah, Jake Parsons with the throw. Throws to Scott Harris. The ball falls to Johnny Dyer. To Scott Harris, who pokes it in, and it's 2-1 to Slough. 2 goals in the space of 3 minutes for Slough. And the substitution of Sear seems to have made the difference. But again, a goal from absolutely nothing, Mick.
Yeah, and it was a lovely little back heel to play him in there. Tremendous. That was a good move. Thoroughly deserved. We have looked much better since we scored. I know it's only been 3 minutes, but that goal has done something for us. Yeah,
I mean, the throw-in from Jake Parsons was a little bit weak, but Scott Harris barged his player off the ball, came to Johnny Dyer, backheeled it into the path for Scott Harris, took one touch, the second touch, he's poked it past the goalkeeper. And Bideford seemed to be claiming that maybe Johnny Dyer was offside from the throw-in, but if Scott Harris hasn't touched the ball, then he can't be offside.
No.
So maybe that's their argument, is maybe they think Scott Harris touched the ball first.
Well, I didn't see it, but there again we are a distance away, but I think the referee was closer in any case.
So Bideford starts again, kicking the long ball to Tom Moran's got that. Boots it up to Johnny Dyer, winning with Harrison of Bideford. Dobson gets the ball back. He's looking for someone to do. Plays it to Jake Parsons. Parsons flicks it to Dyer, gets the ball back. He's going to play it to Tom Moran. Tom Moran, sensible, to Dobson, who's come inside. Dobson's got to be careful there because he's on a booking. He's just slid in on Milton. But Bideford have got the ball. He's played a dummy there for Groves, the captain, who's had a shot for wide, and it's kept in by Jake Somerville. So he's got the ball in his box. But Dobson there slid in with a tackle, and he is on a yellow card there, Mick.
Yeah, I think it was a fair challenge. I don't think there was no malice in it, and the referee's
but it only
he's
takes
not
the
even having a
referee
word.
to actually disagree with maybe your decision, and that's a red card.
Yes, it is. Yeah, but I think there was nothing in that. I think they both went for a loose ball there. And to be fair, I don't think the Bideford player complained anyway, which you would have thought he would have done, especially when he knows Dobbo's on a yellow.
So Irish with the ball, he kicks it, aims long, aiming for Matt Wright again. Good tussle with Reece York, who lets the ball go, and it bounces through to Jake Somerville, and he's waiting for Downing to come in as he picks the ball up.
So
2-1 to Slough after being 1-0 down at half time. Long ball up, Johnny Dyer's tracing with it now, and that ball's going to go out for a goal kick.
they're playing it on the floor now, which is certainly the better way of doing it. And I think Adrian Sear, since he's come on, has made that difference in midfield.
He seems to be holding a little bit and allowing Jamie McClurg to get forwards more, which is maybe McClurg's game.
Well, I think that's what we were missing first half. There was no one to hold the ball up, and it was the same last week. And he seems to be doing that now, does Adrian?
Long ball by Irish. Downing won the header, but McClurg's got it back in the centre of midfield. Plays it out to Tom Moran on the right. Tom Moran cuts inside the substitute Thompson. Gives it to Reece York. York plays it up, looking for Johnny Dyer, who's battling with Harrison. And the ball's going to... No, Jake Parsons keeps it in. He turns his player well. Cuts inside. Turns again. Plays to Moran. Moran to Guy Hollis. Slough keeping the ball well. Hollis to Ryan Parsons. Looking for an option. He's going to play the long ball up for Scott Harris. But just a little bit too long and out for a goal kick.
Yeah, unfortunately. But still, it's looking better now. Looking far better. Like I say, you play it on the floor, you have a better chance of some defence. We haven't exactly got the height up front.
So another long ball by Irish. Reece up with Downing. Reece York wins the ball. Wins it again. Comes to Johnny Dyer. Johnny Dyer plays it out to Tom Moran. Moran to Jake Parsons. Parsons plays a long ball quick for Scott Harris to chase. He's not the fastest, does Scott Harris. And the ball comes and Irish picks up at the edge of the box.
Well anticipated by the goalkeeper there as well.
So 2 goals in 3 minutes for Slough. Gives it 2-1 at the moment against Bideford. Another long ball aimed at Reece York. Well won by Reece. Ball comes through to Dyer. Dyer to Jake Parsons. Poor ball through from Parsons as Barker clears. And it's a throw-in for Slough on the far side.
Still 2-1. 18 minutes into this second half. Substitute coming up. Yep. And it's going to be Nick Milton going off.
Nick Milton coming off.
Craig Veal.
And it's 12 Craig Veal coming on for Bideford. Doesn't look like he's injured, so for Bideford there.
Yeah, I think so.
And Veal seems to play more of a... He's going to be playing a little bit more forwards. As Tom Moran takes a throw-in on the far side. Won by Groves, the captain of Bideford, to Thompson, the substitute. High ball up, but Hollis easily wins that one. McClurg flicks it on. Dyer flicks it on again, but the ball's clear. And it's a clash between Sear and Groves, the captain of Bideford. Sear's gone down, but it looked like they both just went for the ball, but Sear got there first.
Yeah, I think Groves was extremely late there, and certainly a deserved yellow card. I don't think there can be any doubt about that one. But Adrian's still down. Super Kev's having a look. Hopefully it won't be too bad, but he certainly clattered into his knee. And he certainly looks to be in quite a bit of pain. Have we got any subs warming up? No, doesn't look as though we have yet.
Nope. It's a couple of scores for you. Hitchin are 2-0 up at the moment. Corby are 3-1. As the world still vibrates around the world that Mesut Ozil has actually scored a goal. Please tune in to Match of the Day tonight, just so you can actually witness this rare occasion. Frome are 3-0 up against Arsley, who are our next away game, isn't it?
It is.
Truro, is the next away game, and then it's Arsley after that.
The week after, yeah. Yes, it's hard to. I'm struggling to cope with the fixture at my age, but yes, we are at Truro next Saturday. Beautiful part of the world as well, so I shall enjoy my time down there.
Sears looking fine. He's just waiting to come back on. Had his treatment. Looks like McClurg's going to take the free kick just on the centre circle. Aims for Reece York. York flicks it on, but glances that wide, and that's out for a goal kick for Bideford.
Yeah, just slightly too high. But Sears back on doesn't look much worse for wear now. Seems to be okay.
I think this second half, Reece York and Guy Hollis seem to have a better understanding of and a better partnership that's growing.
Yeah, I think they have. Yeah.
Helps with Sear, who seems to be more of a holding player, protecting the back two. As a long ball up by Irish falls to Ryan Parsons, who plays it back to Somerville. Somerville just going to take his time. He's not in a hurry. Matt Wright goes forward to chase it down. Plays it high. Johnny Dyer up with Villis, but Villis wins it, and it's out for a throw-in for Slough. Slough in no particular hurry about taking this. Ryan Parsons in front of us. Got the ball.
21 and a half minutes gone in this second half. Still 2-1 up.
Play to Scott Harris, who's got the goal scorer. Heads it back in. It's fallen to McClurg, just past him. And it's Groves who brings the ball out. Chased by Jake Parsons, sorry. It's fallen to Downing. Downing trying to go past Tom Moran on the far side. He's got past him. Is he going to play the ball? Low ball in. And it's come off Reece York. It's going to be a corner kick for Bideford. Right,
we need to defend this, get everybody back. There's 10 players back now. There's just Scott Harris up in the centre circle with 2 Bideford players marking him.
Yep, as we're halfway through the second half, a much better second half performance for Slough.
Corner in front of the burger van.
As Groves takes it in swinging ball. Matt Wright wins it well. He out-jumps Reece York, heads it down, but just past the near post. And Slough can count themselves lucky that wasn't on target.
Yes, he can. He'll consider himself very unfortunate there. That was only just wide of the post. But he did get free of the defence. And so we have to watch that.
Yeah, you just wonder if maybe since the substitution that Bideford did of Ben Wood, they've not seemed to be attacking as much.
No.
Thompson, the first substitution that came on for Wood, has now switched to the right-hand side. And we've got the other substitution, Veal, just playing behind Matt Wright, who's their main striker. As Harris wins a flick on, Johnny Dyer's battling. He's got the ball into the penalty area. No one helping him. He flicks it in. It's fallen to Jake Parsons, and 3-1. Jake Parsons. Lovely work by Johnny Dyer again, who's worked so hard today. Chased that lost cause. It was his own flick on that he chased. Yeah. He's played the ball in. It looked like it had gone too far, Mick, but fell to Jake Parsons, who's touched control and then fired it into the bottom corner.
It was a lovely little touch. He teed himself up there beautifully. Keeper had absolutely no chance, and we certainly have looked so much better this second half.
Yeah,
very encouraging.
24 minutes into the second half, Jake Parsons gets his first goal of the season, and well deserved. He's played well today. He's got some fitness back. He's a talented player. He's had a few injuries, so he's just getting his 90 minutes back, which is good.
Yeah, this should give him a bit of confidence if they can hold on to this lead or even get another goal.
Maybe Slough should do this kick in at this end for the second half all the time.
It might, yeah, be an idea, wouldn't it?
Bideford with the ball. It's fallen to Veal, the substitute, who wins a free kick off Ryan Parsons. It's gone down a little bit easy there, but the referee's fallen for it. So it's a free kick to Bideford, just on the edge of the penalty area to our right-hand side.
Yeah, he was looking for that. He went down far too easily. But they've got a free kick 3 or 4 yards outside the box. Referee's pacing back the 10 yards.
Yeah, Grosh, the captain, is standing over it.
We're not in much of a rush to get back.
Thompson to the side, free in the wall for Slough. It is going to be Groves. He's going to put it into the danger area. Here he goes, lines it up, he shoots, and Jake Somerville does well. Falls to Thompson, the substitute, flicks it back in, and then Jake Somerville claims that one well. But we weren't expecting a shot there, Mick.
No, I don't think the wall was quite in the right position, if truth be told, because he bent it round very, very easily, and Jake had to scramble across and get that. He did well again, did Jake?
Yeah, and I just did Jake Parsons a service. He obviously scored the second goal against Burnham.
Yeah.
So it's his second goal of the season.
Oh, taking the goal away from him.
as the ball's won by Guy Hollis in the centre. Jake Parsons goes for the ball. Falls to McClurg, who heads it on. Scott Harris chasing against Harrison. Barges him out the way and gives away a free kick. And then he's just barged into the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper, Lloyd Irish, picked the ball up and he's bumped into Scott Harris. And the referee is going to book the Bideford goalkeeper for play acting.
Yeah, the Oscars in the post on that one, wasn't it?
And I don't know if you could hear the applause there for the referee's decision there, but the keeper's he's just sat on the floor now. He's in no hurry. If he doesn't get up, the referee might book him for time wasting.
Yeah, that was very, 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 very poor. There was nothing in that challenge at all from
but a good decision by the referee, though.
It was an excellent decision, and we don't see enough of that. Players being cautioned for simulation. We don't see enough of it. Good refereeing.
Right, Bideford with the ball. It's Thompson that's trying to win it. Great tackle by Adrian Sear. Up to Johnny Dyer. Bit of heavy touch, but he's played it to Parsons. Jake Parsons on the right. Cuts inside Barker. Looking for the ball. He's trying to play it for Scott Harris. Back to Jake Parsons. Gives it to Tom Moran. Moran plays it up, but hopeless ball up there. There was no one else out there. Lloyd Irish, he's still on his feet. He hasn't fallen over again as he goes to take this long kick. Johnny Dyer's going to close it down. No, he's just going to let him kick it.
Definite Oscar nomination, though, wasn't it?
Tom Moran wins the header quite easily. Falls to Villis. Villis to Groves. Groves to Matt Wright, but Ryan Parsons comes and he's booted that out. And that's landed on the top of the stand in front of us here.
Yeah, that's another one out the ground.
So it's Slough Town 3, Bideford 1. We've played 28 minutes of the second half. Bideford just look a little bit down at the moment, Mick.
Yes, they do. And I think Lloyd Irish is stood there with his hands up,
substitution
still
as well
wondering.
for Bideford at the moment. Number 8, the goal scorer for Bideford, Danny Ring, has gone on. And I can't see the number of the guy coming on.
Well, he's very selfish. He hasn't turned round.
And it's Kevin Squire, 15, who's come on for Danny Ring. Ball comes safely through to Jake Parsons from a throw-in. And it looks like Kevin Squire's going to play up front alongside Matt Wright.
He's another tall lad, isn't he? He's well over 6 foot.
And they're all like wearing beards, haven't they? There's a lot of bearded people out there for Bideford.
Yes. Well, it's Devon, isn't it?
And Johnny Dyer gives away a free kick against Sampson in the Bideford half. Sampson takes it quick. Looking for the substitute, but just a little bit too far. And the ball forward runs straight through to Jake Somerville. Going to run it down, take his time, as Squire comes up and makes him pick it up. So all 3 substitutes used for Bideford. No hurry for Jake Somerville as he's got the ball. Aims it long. Well won by Barker for Bideford, but Sear wins it, gives it away. Hollis against Matt Wright. Comes to the sub, Thompson against Ryan Parsons. But he's overrun that. Good work by Parsons and Adrian Sear. They're making a bit of pressure on him.
Yeah, and he's gone out for a goal kick. He's had an impact as Adrian Sear. Had a very good second half.
And when he's played at this level for quite a few years, he played for Burnham and he was obviously at St Neots as well.
Yeah, he knows it, doesn't he? He knows it, his way around in this league. And hopefully, I mean, he didn't have when I've seen him before, he didn't have a great game, but he's settling down.
As the ball goes up, it's aimed for Scott Harris. He leaves it, falls to Johnny Dyer, flicks it on to Scott Harris, and it's 4-1! Lovely play by Slough Town. Scott Harris gets his second of the game, and yet again, Johnny Dyer is at the centre of everything that Slough have done well.
That was a lovely little flick through, and Scott Harris anticipated that.
It's tremendous goal. It's a great header by Johnny Dyer. He's just flicks it into the path of Scott Harris.
Yeah.
And he's just taken it first time, bashed it past the goalkeeper, and Slough lead 4-1 on 30 minutes of the second half gone.
Well, you wouldn't have forecast that at half time, would you? This is a totally different team second half. Thank goodness.
So whatever Bakes and Under said at half time, and obviously the substitution that they've made, it's worked well. As Slough now look really lively. They want the ball back. They're chasing everything down. Dobson chases down Thompson, the substitute. Plays it through to Squire. Squire to Groves, the captain, to Matt Wright. Closed down by Ryan Parsons. But Slough looking a lot more confident with the ball.
Yes,
Sampson with the throw to Wright. Being marked by Dobson and Ryan Parsons. It's a throw-in for Bideford on the right-hand side, level with the penalty area. He's going to take it. Yeah, throw it in. Go on. That's the idea. Throw the ball. Come on, throw it. Go on, throw it. He's still got the ball. There he goes. He's finally thrown it. Sampson with the ball. Plays it to Matt Wright. Goes past Ryan Parsons. Sampson comes. And he's got to book him for diving if that's the same one.
No, I think he just jumped over him to make sure he didn't get caught. I don't think that was a simulation at all there.
Well, the referee's given a free kick, so he obviously thought that there must have been something there.
Unless it was an offside or something. We can't see the linesman.
Ball's played long. Downing for Bideford wins the ball. He's running against Tom Moran on the far side. Moran's holding him off. Does well. Gives it to Reece York. Clears it upfield to Johnny Dyer. Johnny Dyer, lovely little pass to Jake Parsons. Parsons plays it wide across field to James Dobson. Dobson against Sampson. Cuts inside. But Sampson does well, but the ball is out for a Slough corner.
Tremendous crossfield ball was that, right to Dobbo's feet. Unfortunately, he couldn't get past the fullback, but we have got a corner on this near side at the far end.
And like you said, Mick, you know, first half Slough did nothing of this kind of football. There was no confidence, not playing with any fluidity. And second half, totally different team.
Yeah, splendid performance, really good performance.
Corner comes in to Reece York. Oh, and it's a good save by Irish, but the referee's given it as a the linesman's given it as a corner. Referee gave it as a goal kick. The keeper clearly saved it, and it is a corner for Slough.
Yeah, I can't see how he managed to say that was a goal kick. Pretty obvious the keeper got a touch to that one.
Slough will be making a substitution after the corner. It will be Adam Cornell coming on as Dobson takes the corner again. Slough bunching to the flank. They're all bunching in. It's a low one this time. It's fallen to Jake Parsons. He hits it. Oh, and he's just hit that one wide.
Could have gone anywhere, that one.
So it's going to be Scott Harris. 2 goals. Scott Harris is going to be the one replaced. And it's going to be Adam Cornell that comes on. But I don't think Scott's realised, guys.
Yep. No hat trick for Scott today.
Very good performance. He's taken both of his goals really well.
Yeah.
I know he got a hat trick the other week when he played for Ascot United, when he was getting some fitness back during the midweek game. So he's done well today. And a good substitution, Adam Cornell. Good player.
Yes. Yeah, let's hope. I'd like to see Darryl Thomas come on, to be fair as well. But we'll settle for this. What we got left? 12 minutes to
11,
go.
12 minutes to go. So it's Slough 4, Bideford 1. As Irish takes a long kick up, aiming for Downing. Tom Moran wins it, but gives away a free kick.
Yeah, pushed him in the back. Pushed Sean Downing in the back there. So free kick just outside the centre circle.
It's Groves to take it. Plays it wide to Barker. Barker chips the ball in. Adrian Sear wins the header again. Falls to Johnny Dyer. Flicks it on to Cornell on the centre circle. He's tried to play it through for Jamie McClurg, but just a little bit too far. And the ball lands at the feet of Lloyd Irish in the Bideford goal.
Yeah, he didn't look then, Adam. He just hoofed it forward.
Irish hoofs it forward. That's going to be for James. No, Guy Hollis wins it. Dobson picks up the thing but can't keep it in, and it's out for a throw-in for Bideford right in front of us. As I think James Dobson might have just split a nail.
Yes, I think he might have dislocated a finger. he certainly slammed into the wall with some force.
Guy Hollis wins the ball. Your short shot tries to stop it going out for a corner. He doesn't do it. It's going to be a corner for Bideford. We've got about 10 minutes to go of the second half. As Groves, it's Thompson taking the corner for Bideford. Plays it high and wide to Matt Wright on the far side, but it's just too high for him. Tom Moran chases it down. It comes to Veal. Veal plays it in straight into Jake Somerville, who chests it down and holds it. as Thompson comes in, and there bit of pushing and shoving there between the two. Thompson didn't do anything wrong.
He
Chased the ball down.
He bundled into Jake after he got the ball, that's all.
Ball up. Adam Cornell loses out to Villis. Dobson wins the header to Veal. Veal gives it to McClurg. McClurg out to Parsons, Jake Parsons, and then Tom Moran's got the ball. Cuts inside. Brings the ball with him. It's through to McClurg. McClurg to Cornell.
Offside.
But it's offside.
Shame that. Could have another goal would have been nice. So we are bringing a sub on.
And it's another substitution for Slough. Substitution is Jake Parsons going off, and it's George Frith wearing 15 who's coming off.
So that's our 3 substitutes today as well. I think you might as well give somebody a run out. I mean, there's only 9 minutes to go, but a run out's a run out, isn't it? At the end of the day.
And that's our goal scorers off the pitch as well.
Yeah.
The only other person with the goal was the Harrison, the defender for Bideford, that got the first one for us.
Yeah, we should be grateful to him for that.
As Squire chases in the far corner with Rhys York. Rhys York holding the ball. And it's given a goal kick. Well played by Rhys York. Good defending there.
Yes, it was. Yeah. And Jake's not in a rush to go get the ball. And Kevin Squires rushed across there to give it back to Jake so they can get on with it. But I think at 4-1 it's a lost cause for them now.
We've got about 8 minutes left, plus whatever the referee decides. We have had a couple of injuries, obviously, with McClurg down and Sampson as well.
Well, you allow 30 seconds for a substitution, so there's going to be at least 3 minutes, isn't there?
And 30 seconds for a goal.
Yeah.
As the ball's flicked on, Johnny Dyer chases it. He's going to let it go out. It's going to be a corner for Slough on the far side. Dobson's going to trot over to take. Slough send the big men forward again. Rhys York's going up. Tom Moran's going up. Slough leave Guy Hollis and Ryan Parsons at the back. George Frith's coming back to defend. So's McClurg. So not many going forwards for Slough for this corner. It's going to be Dobson swinging it in. Here it comes. Straight at Lloyd Irish, who picks the ball up and looks to release. But he falls over. Oh, he's fallen over. As he's gone to kick the ball quickly, Lloyd Irish has fallen over and dropped the ball, and the referee has given a free kick.
I didn't see much of a contact there with him, to be honest. I think he just fell.
The ball's been won. It's given to McClurg. McClurg plays it up. Barker clears for Bideford. It's out for a throw-in for Slough. He's been a comical keeper, this Lloyd Irish.
Yes, he has a little bit, hasn't he? I think the referee probably wasn't watching, and then he saw him fall over and saw a Slough player somewhere near him and thought, there must have been a foul there.
Do you think he's camera shy? Because obviously we've got the game being filmed for MyFC, so maybe he's a secret performer.
He could well be, yeah.
As McClurg hits one from 20-odd yards out, but that was well wide. So it's still 4-1, and we've got about 6 minutes left to play.
Well, his dive when he got booked is worthy of 250 quid from you being framed anyway, isn't it? Really?
He's getting a little bit of abuse from the Slough fans at the far end there. Must be telling him to put his slippers off. As he launches a long one, Matt Wright for Bideford wins the ball with Tom Moran. Call falls to Sear. Sear Groves wins the next header. It's fallen to Squire. Squire knocks it out, and Ryan Parsons keeps it to George Frith. Keeps it in, plays it down the line for Adam Cornell to chase. But Villis will see this. No, he tries to play it across. So it's Harrison. Plays it up forwards. This is Downing. Sear wins the ball well. Veal knocks it forwards. And it's Matt Wright at Bideford with the ball. McClurg chasing him. He does well. He's got the ball still. Plays it to Barker on the far side. Closed down by James Dobson. And it's fallen to Tom Moran, who's backheaded it to Rhys York. It comes through to Somerville. It looks like George Frith is playing on the left, and Dobson's going to see out the last of the game on the right-hand side.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, there's nobody out here with him.
Ball's played forward. Johnny Dyer chases. It's one through to Sampson of Bideford. Launches it high up. And Matt Wright wins the ball. Tom Moran, though, sees it safely home to Jake Somerville. As substitute Kevin Squire chases it down. But Somerville gives it to Tom Moran, who allows him to boot it forwards. It's too far. That's Harrison that wins the ball. Through to Barker. But chased chased down by Johnny Dyer, who's been exceptional today for this second half.
Yes, he has.
And he's got a free. It's a throw in for Bideford.
Yeah, probably man of the match, I think.
Ball's played up. It's come to Squire. Now come back to Dobson. You can't control it. It's out for a Bideford throw in. Takes it quick. It comes to Downing. Downing's turning. He's looking at going at goal. Sears chasing him. Ball's come out to Thompson on the wide right. Frith closes him down. Tries to go past him. Gets a good cross in. To Matt Wright, who's hit the crossbar. And it's bounced down and it was Squire who couldn't get to it as Slough clear it. Falls to Dobson, but he's given it away to Veal, the substitute. Plays it back to Barker. Barker plays it inside to Downing, but McClurg nips in. Gives it to Dobson, gets it back. McClurg holding the ball well, gives it to Sear. Sear controlling that centre ball, plays a sensible ball out to James Dobson. It was in acres of space on the right hand side. It's coming, it cuts inside, plays the ball through to Cornell that can't win it. But it's come through to Johnny Dyer, tries to flick it through, but well defended by Bideford. But Johnny Dyer's got the ball back to Moran, to Sear, back to Moran, to Johnny Dyer. Gives it to Guy Hollis, closed down a bit, but he's played the ball forwards. Won by Dobson with the header, but Cornell slips over, gives the ball back to Bideford. And a wasted ball by Bideford there, straight out, and it's going to be a throw in for Slough.
Yeah, that was a fairly aimless ball, and we're not in any great rush to take it. Guy Hollis is wandering across there to take it on the far side, halfway inside the Slough half. Round of applause somewhere going on. I don't know what for. On this side, I don't know what that was for.
Ball's played up. Johnny Dyer wins the ball with Veal. Falls to Cornell. Frith making the run through. Just played behind him, unfortunately. So it's Thompson of Bideford with the ball. He's being chased by Parsons, who intercepts the ball. That's out for a throw-in for Bideford. We've got about 2 minutes left, but Johnny Dyer is on the floor. He slid in there with Veal. He's just got a bit of an ankle injury there. Super Kev comes on to work his magic.
Yeah, throwing's just in front of us on this near side. Bideford heads are down. They've got a long trip back today, haven't they? So it's not going to be no points.
Not going to be a happy trip back. 4-1 down on that long journey with your supporters on the same coach as well. I've experienced that before, and it's not the best, the kind of thing that you don't want to speak to the players like you would normally do because they're not happy about losing, and the coach is going to be very quiet.
No, I think it's a question of put your headphones on and keep your head down, isn't it, on the way back after this? But it could have been so different at half time. They were playing very, very well at half time with Bideford. Fully deserved the lead. They could have had a couple of goals in the first half. Second half, they've had 2 chances. That header that just went wide, and the header just now that rattled off the bar, and Jake wasn't anywhere near that. And of course, if the follow-up had been there, it'd have been 4-2. Who knows? That could have led to the last 5 or 6 minutes being a little bit closer than it is. We're still waiting. He's hobbled off now as Johnny. So we're going to restart with a throw-in.
Yeah, Sampson in front of us throws it to right. He flicks it on. Squire up against Hollis, and Hollis sees it out for a goal kick. But he's got a bit of a kick there at the end.
Yeah, well,
he seems to be okay. He's just shrugged it off. But
yeah,
referees just had a word.
And that was Squire going for the ball, and as Guy was shepherding it out, he just caught him. But yeah, the referee he's kept on top of this game very, very well.
As Summers launches the ball through, Cornell wins a header. He's got the ball at his feet, gives it to McClurg. McClurg out to Moran on the right hand side, to Johnny Dyer back on the pitch playing right. He gives it away to Veal. Veal's flicked it forwards, but that's going to be out for a Slough throw-in. 45 minutes is up, so we're just waiting for the extra time that the referee will play.
Three, 4 minutes.
Yeah, Reshort not in any hurry to get the ball back for the throw-in.
No.
Hurried up by the referee. So it's 4-1 to Slough. Wouldn't have expected that scoreline at half-time. The ball's thrown forwards. Sear's gone up with number 9, Matt Wright, and they've just collided with each other.
Free kick to Slough as well, I think. Judging from
He has given a free kick to Slough. Poor Adrian Sears only been on for 45 minutes, but he's been in the wars, hasn't he?
Yeah, so he's got stuck in as well. I mean, that's been the difference. He's led by example to start the second half, and it's made a great deal of difference.
So the ball's played forward to Cornell a little bit forwards, and the ball comes to Irish. He's looking down. He's going to kick the ball long. He's in no hurry, even though they're 4-1 down. There he goes. Aims for Matt Wright. Tom Moran wins it well.
He obviously doesn't want to fall over and get another caution.
And Dobson plays it through to Somerville. Somerville clears to McClurg. McClurg gives it to Dobson on the right-hand side, but Barker clears for Bideford. To Matt Wright, who gives it away to McClurg. McClurg to Moran. Back to Sear to Moran. Moran plays it forward. Cornell does well to win the ball. Gives it to McClurg. Dobson picks it up. He's now playing on the right-hand side. Cuts inside. Looking at the far post where George Frith, but he's offside is George Frith. But he was totally unmarked there, wasn't he, Mick?
He was, but he was also looking right along the line. No one behind him. He should be able to see he was offside there. It's a little bit frustrating, really. But yes, he'd no one near him at all.
Reece York wins the header from the Irish kick. Johnny Dial flicks it on to Dobson. Dobson's coming up to Harrison, the centre-back. A few step-overs. He shoots straight at Lloyd Irish. He's looking to release the ball to get Bedford back on the attack. But instead he rolls it out to Sampson, the right-back. Deep inside his own half. He's playing it forwards, but well cut out by Ryan Parsons. So the ball's with Villis of Bideford at the back. Gives it to his goalkeeper, Irish. Who boots the ball long. Looking for Matt Wright. And that is the final whistle. After 48 minutes of a much better second half for the Rebels. Slough win 4-1. Something that we didn't expect at half-time, Mick.
Well, I thought it might be 4-1, but I wasn't expecting it to be a Slough 4-1 after that first half performance. But obviously Bates and Unders worked the magic at half-time. They've obviously had more than a few strong words. Adrian Sear, I think, has made a difference in the second half. He's led from the front and fully deserved 3 points there for us, and it's a much needed 3 points. Sets us up nicely for next week. Next week's long trip down to Truro.
Yeah, and Adrian Sear has actually just been announced as the man of the match, so not bad for 45 minutes. If he plays 90, he could be the player of the season.
Well,
if he's going on by that.
I mean, Johnny Dyer had a tremendous game as well. Jamie McClurg had a decent match. But yeah, to get man of the match after 45 minutes, he's not bad going, is it?
No, I mean, special praise, I think, also for Johnny Dyer. I think he was involved with 3 of the 4 goals that we scored.
Yes.
And his hold-up play was absolutely fantastic. But like you said, the substitution of Sear and whatever the Bates and Under said at half-time totally transformed what was a very poor Slough performance. Yeah,
he probably mentioned he'd all be transferred if you don't play well in the second half.
So it's going to be a better journey home for the Slough fans as they wander past us.
Yes. And we're getting a little wave.
Goodbye to Granny Lynn. That's Reece York's. We're all waving to everybody now.
Yes, they weren't waving before, were they? Go on, give us a drum solo. The drummer's just gone past.
So, slightly happier faces leaving here at full time rather than we saw at half time.
Yeah.
And we've actually managed to broadcast, hopefully, for an entire game.
Well, apart from the first minute.
Oh, you would bring that up, wouldn't you? So,
but it was only a minute we lost this time, not 70.
I still blame you, though.
Yeah, you would do, wouldn't you? I tested that on Thursday and it worked fine.
Yeah, that's what he said. I don't know.
Honest.
So the next game for Slough is going to be next Saturday away to Truro. Mick's going to be there.
Yep.
John's going to be there, and I shall hopefully be there.
About a 370-mile trip for me. But hey ho, never mind.
Yeah, but the fares from Yorkshire, it's got to be a lot cheaper, isn't it? Just buy a horse or something and get a plough and come the way down.
The horse and cart don't go that far, I'm afraid. They stop at Barnsley. They don't go to West Yorkshire.
Right, yeah. So
we're stops at Barnsley.
We're going to wish you all well. Have a good weekend, and we'll be back next Saturday away to Truro.
Goodbye.